Haisha here at the Soulblazing Sanctuary, and I'm here to interview Jacquie Jordan. Hi Jacquie, how are you?
Hi, Lisa at the Soul Blazing Sanctuary. Thank you so much for having me here amongst your great group of people. It's a
Oh,
privilege.
you're welcome. It's an honor to have you here. I've been a fan of yours for years, and you've done so much for me in my life, and I want to spread the word and let people know that you're out there.
Championing people like you with your message and your work is like my dharma, so it's a privilege.
Oh, thank you. So I want to introduce the audience to you, so I'm going to read your bio because it's so full, and I don't want to miss one thing. So here we go. Jacquie Jordan is the founder of Jacquie Jordan Inc, tvguestspert.com, a media development, production, and publishing company whose primary purpose is to raise the media profile of their guestspurts while developing the self-supporting media businesses behind their brands, which is extraordinary. She's done that for me and so many other people that I know, by the way. So she is a nationally recognized and Emmy-nominated broadcast television producer. Jacquie has been featured in Entrepreneur Magazine, Selling Power Magazine, Feedback Magazine, and on the cover of Woman's World Magazine. She is a television commentator regarding the business of the industry and pop culture. Jacquie's appearances include Fox Reality, Good Day New York, Fox, ABC TV, CBS, TV Guide Channel, ABC, FX, and can be heard and seen weekly on News Press Radio, KZSB 1290 AM Santa Barbara, and Sony's Blip.tv. She is the author of Get on TV, The Insider's Guide to Pitching the Producers and Promoting Yourself, and Heartfelt Marketing, Allowing the Universe to Be Your Business Partner. That's who Jacquie Jordan is. That's a mouthful.
Read that, I'm like, wow, I've been busy.
Yes, that is you. That is you. So how did you create such an extraordinary life?
I realized that I'm actually doing exactly what I was doing as a child, which tells you a lot about children in their path. When I was really a little girl, I used to gather up all the neighborhood kids and I would create plays in the backyard and I'd make their costumes and we would create a show. And then I knew I had a built-in audience, so I made paper tickets out of construction paper and I sold it to their parents. So I've been producing and organizing my whole life. And it was like a few years ago, it dawned on me, I was like, oh, I'm doing what I played as a child, but I'm doing it professionally. So I feel like I'm just in alignment with what I was supposed to be doing in the first place.
Yes, obviously, because I feel when someone's really successful at something, it is their dharma. It is what they're supposed to be doing. It seems that's easy and effortless. Anytime I talk to you or we engage in any sort of business. So,
thank you. And I think that what I've always felt is that I've been able to travel the world through the people that I've worked with. So when I was a TV producer and show running, I did serial killer stories at Geraldo. I did Wishes and Dreams shows with Maury Povich and Connie Chung. I've had tremendous experience meeting all sorts of people from A-list celebrities during my time at Sunday Morning Shootout, from everybody from, Kevin Spacey, to Charlize Theron, Sherry Lansing, Harvey Weinstein, all these amazing Steven Spielberg, to killers, on death row and teens on boot camp. I've just had this amazing experience to witness people, humanity, people going through changes, and my current incarnation of that through TV Guestspert is my ability to help promote and support other people in packaging their story and their content and helping them bring it out to the larger world, especially because we deal with experts, and experts know brilliantly what they know how to do, but they may not know exactly or have time or the infrastructure to support marketing it out to a larger place. And sometimes we need it reflected back to us, what it is that we do and what it is that we know, because we just do it.
yes.
We forget how important it is. It's like the reaction I had to you reading my bio. I'm like, oh my God, that's me. And I think that our company provides that really great mirror and an infrastructure along with opportunities to help promote our folks and getting their, Tony Robbins, business strategist, just told us that we are the gateway to making people's dreams come true, whether they want a book published or a radio show, a television show, speaking engagement or speakers following. We are able to support that and put the infrastructure together. So I don't take what we do lightly. I'm actually very proud of it,
you're changing lives every day.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, what's the single best piece of advice you've ever received?
That was a great question. The single best piece of advice that I've ever received is the following: the best is yet to come. And I didn't get that for a long time. I was like, what the hell does that mean?
Yeah, that's the last thing I would expect you to say.
Yeah, and I really thought, like what is that? And I didn't like hearing it, to be quite honest, the first time I heard that. But what I get, and I see this with the clients that we work with and the opportunities that we have, is that not one moment makes or breaks us. It's an accumulation of all the footsteps we've put together that counts, especially with our guest experts, because they'll have an opportunity, a TV appearance, or a really fantastic moment to shine, and they put a lot of work in. And that work is significant, and it's important, and it's necessary. But it is not the end-all, be-all definition or defining moment. It's just another fantastic stepping stone to lead to the best is yet to come. And it takes a lot of pressure off of that having to be it and everything, and this is gonna make me or break me, and those that perfectionism mask, as you would probably say, getting in the way of the moment instead of just experiencing it.
Yeah, they say most people who make it are the ones that are able to overcome all those little moments that you're going, I can't do this, or it's too much, or I'm not good enough, or whatever it is.
And the mythology behind any overnight success usually is that it took a lifetime, or it took a long time, or 10 years is most overnight success, So I like that. The best is yet to come. It keeps it real, and because we deal with Hollywood as you deal with it with your clients, and we're dealing with dreams and goals and vision work, and we're putting people out there, and there always feels like there's high risk and high stakes involved, and that one meeting, one audition, one appearance is going to be it. And we're saying no, it's the accumulation of a mastery of a body of work that is it.
Yes. Okay, so thank you for that. What is the biggest hurdle you had to overcome to get to where you are today?
I think I still have to overcome it on a daily basis, and it is definitely it's the monster in the head. It's the negative, it's the negative belief system. It's just kind of this little tape loop, through meditation, through a lot of different practices. It doesn't always dominate me. It is just, I get to witness it, and it just runs. It's like if I shut the bedroom door on it, it's somewhere in the house in the attic, and it's just there. So it's overcoming the negative thinking. And I don't even, I don't consciously choose to be a negative person. I just believe that somewhere that exists. It's the negative limitations, it's the negative possibilities, and it's just kind of like a little storm cloud, and it's not really always loud, it doesn't really dominate, but it's just there.
Yes.
I'm gonna mess with you.
Yes, I get that from a lot of clients, which I call those the imposters, that you constantly have to kind of put at bay and come from your authentic soul and say, that's not me, that's just one of my little monsters inside.
That's exactly it. And I find that, by just acknowledging it, knowing it's there, it doesn't have the power. It's when I deny it, that it will take it hold. And the difference between me today and overcoming it, the biggest obstacle overcoming it, is I probably didn't know it existed before. So I was driven by it, either reaction to it or defiance of it. And now it is just I get it. I think it's just the human condition that we're all experiencing. And it gives me so much compassion and empathy in the work that I do, because especially when you're putting yourself out there on a public stage in any kind of medium or arena, not only are you going to deal with the critic, whatever that might be, you're going to deal with the self-critic first. So I have a lot of sense. It's that awareness within myself has given me a lot of sensitivity to support my own people in what they have to deal with, because it takes a like a macho ego, I hate to say it that way, to say you're an expert in the first place.
Yes.
It just does.
It does. It really does. It takes a
yeah,
lot of
to declare that, and
yes.
then to kind of go out there and declare it. You're declaring it in front of your colleagues, your peers, your friends, the people you were educated with. You know, it takes the moxie, so that obstacle, that self-critic, or as you say, I love it, the imposter, does come up. And so my mindfulness around my own imposter helps me support other people when they have to move through their own imposter, when they're dealing with new opportunities that they have not maybe experienced or been presented with.
Yes, yes. Okay, great answer. That was very enlightening. I think a lot of people benefit from that.
Thank you.
Yeah. I wanted to know, what does it take to be in the top 1% of your field? For anyone in any field they want to get into, what's the secret to making it to that level?
I believe it's consistency and not comparison. I think it's like when I looked at that 1%, I was like, ooh, you know, I was like, I felt the competition come up. Like, oh, wait, you know, who's my 99 behind me?
Yes.
And I think it's really important to notice the competition, because the competition has so much to teach us, yet not be driven by the competition. You know,
do you compete with yourself?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. You know, I definitely, and I don't know if this is maturity, but I definitely know my value system has shifted, because my value system was much more around titles and trophies. And now I feel like my value system mostly now is showing up with excellence. And even in the morning when I roll over in the bed and I'm like, oh, this is going to be a long day, I'm like, oh, is that excellent thinking? Is that showing, you know, showing up for excellence? So I feel like the question I ask myself is not how I'm going to be labeled or titled or what's the trophy. What I ask myself is, am I showing up in excellence? And that is at least the benchmark that I try to use for myself in managing the company and managing our communications and managing our correspondences, and all of that is, are we showing up in excellence? Is this the best we can do?
And I think found working with you that is the case. You have such a strong team around you, from the receptionist onward, from every department. Anytime I call or there's a question, someone is there. They're all A+.
Thank you.
So you really created a wonderful team to support you, which says a lot about you. Yeah.
So thank you very much. Yeah, I take pride in that. You know, and we work hard to do that, to do that. And I think that, I guess, does that make it the 1%?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
I guess that's the best you've got to offer.
Right. Okay, so what do you want your legacy to be?
You know, that's a really great question. In fact, we have a publishing company, and we've been toying around with coming out with a line of books called Legacy Books, Legacy Publishing, because what we really are become interested in is supporting the legacy of others, because so many people have such rich life stories to tell, and they have such a body of work to leave behind. And I love our logo. Our logo is this little fancy little JJ that kind of touches each other. And I kind of look at that as my little thumbprint. And so it's not about me. It's about the people that I get to support and push out there. But there's a little thumbprint that I kind of get to leave behind when they do a really great job, or they've been opened or experience a new opportunity that hadn't been presented to them, that we got to be the gatekeeper to helping. And I just feel like we leave with these, our little thumbprints. And so I think that my best legacy is going to be in the legacy I have helped bridge and support in the work and the bodies of work of many people. And it's very funny, because sometimes it goes very recognized and people see it and acknowledge it and it's gracious and it feels good. And sometimes it doesn't go recognized because maybe the person's in the moment of it, or it for lots of reasons. But secretly, I kind of feel like we made it happen. We did that, you know, and like our little team here, you know, we're all excited over here because we're like, yeah, that, you know, we put that person and that, and then, you know, and we kind of like been able to maneuver together.
Yes, you're taking someone from an idea of not knowing what to do and adding all these elements. You not only publish their books, but you give them a whole grandstand to promote it.
Exactly, exactly. And so for us, like for our legacy is like knowing that we had a thumbprint in making that happen. So every time we see the logo on the back of a book, or someone had an appearance and it led to 20 other things, and maybe we were long forgotten in the process, I still feel like wink wink,
Yes.
that was our legacy. And I feel like that's the work. I don't, it's just feels like sorcerer work or empress work, but but it's fun. It's fun to watch the connections happen and to see the unfolding. And I feel like it's like a matchmaker for opportunity as opposed to a matchmaker for love.
Yes, yes. And obviously you have a tremendous amount of passion for what you do. Just watching you talk about it is just, you glow and radiate. So I think that's part of the key of being in the top 1% too, is having that underlying passion for what you do.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, we get people who've never been on TV get on TV. People who've been well established on TV. We re-steer them, and people get hosting jobs. We've started doing broadcast radio shows for our guest experts that are syndicated. We're publishing books with national distribution at a time when bookstores are closing, and our folks are getting out there because they've got they've got a message. So I'm also really grateful too for the alchemy that seems to exist with us.
Yes, I've talked to several of your clients who are so excited and happy about working with you, and the ones who have worked with you think you did an extraordinary job. So I just want to compliment you on that.
Thank you.
And that's one of the main reasons I wanted to talk to you too, not just through my experience, but through the experience of so many of your clients.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. It's thank you for what you're doing in the world. You're a blessing, and I'm honored to know you, honored to work with you. And thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you very much. Have a really great day then.
You have a great day too. And